Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel. I am Mayur and in this episode we are going to discuss about the types of policies. It's an extension of the previous episode where we discussed about policies, procedures, standards and guidelines. So without any delay, let's get started. See, while most organizations have a security policy in place, that's not just the end of it. Organizations are required to create other policies too that support the security policy. There can be various different policies that can be created as per your requirement. Some of the most common ones are listed here. Say acceptable use policy, email policy, internet usage policy, remote access policy. See, many organizations had to create one such policy during the COVID era where overnight people were asked to work remotely from home. While some may think that this is a one time exercise, it's extremely important that you revisit them on a periodic basis. See, the changing threat landscape, regulations, your business reorganization, etc., all impact your policies, and hence this impact should be reflected when you revisit them for review. As a security professional, you may be tasked with creating policies for the organization. It can be system specific or an issue specific. In case you are wondering what it is, let's try to understand in detail. See, issue specific is more related to a specific issue or a functional usage from the employees. Say, for example, internet usage policy or remote access policy or say email policy. We'll see one such case in the next slides. System specific is one which is more related to systems or applications, etc. Say, for example, database credential generation policy, cloud server encryption policy, etc. Whatever be the type of policy, it should complement the overall security policy. It cannot make contradictory statements to the overall security policy. See, if you have been given the task of creating a policy, I would suggest you to check out the SANS website. There are multiple security policy templates which you can use and get inspiration from. See, one such policy is the acceptable use policy, which is quite common in every organization, and that is what I have chosen to help you understand. While the content of the policy will be driven by your organization and its security policy, there are a few attributes which we must understand. See, there are certain sections that are present in every policy document. Their order can differ from organization to organization, however, an overview at the beginning of the policy is required. Purpose and scope of the policy is also an important part of the document. Do not assume that the scope applies to all the assets or employees in the organization. It may be applicable for contractors or third party vendors also. Hence, it should be made extremely clear as this would be checked in audits and the auditor will pick up samples that are within the scope. Revision history is another important mandatory requirement. See, policies should be reviewed on a periodic basis, and one such review or revision must be recorded in the revision history section. See, saw one such template in the previous slide. You can check on the others if you want to refer to the sample of the various policies. I will leave the link in the description also. Now, see, security policies can be written to meet advisory, informative, and regulatory needs. Each has a unique role or function. Regulatory policy. See, these policies are used to make certain that the organization complies with the local, state, and federal laws. Examples would be the laws such as HIPAA, COPA, PCIDS, etc., basis which the organization would frame their own to comply with them. The next one is the informative policy. This type of policy isn't designed with enforcement in mind. It is developed for education. Its goal is to inform and enlighten employees. Mostly the HR teams bring in all such lot of policies which educate the employees about say sexual harassment, financial practices, alternate employment, moonlighting, etc. Advisory policy. The job of the advisory policy is to ensure that all employees know the consequences of certain behavior and actions. A prime example of this would be the internet usage policy. In case an employee tries to access objectionable content such as porn from the company laptop or network, he or she may be terminated. See, while no exam is going to test your policy writing skills, this episode focuses on you to learn the practical side of things. No certification is greater than the job exam which we give every day. You can check out my blog for more such stuff. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it across. You can also check out my sample exams on SSCP and CISSP on Udemy if you are preparing for the same. Thank you guys for watching this episode, and I hope to see you in my next video. And if you haven't still subscribed to the channel, now is the time. Please do so.